Hello, New York. I once had a gilded clock constructed in La Belle Époque. The hour hand broke, it won't turn back. So long, so long, so long. I once had a sundial too, green and white, my garden blue. Undergrowth obscured the view. So long, so long, so long. Not a word could make you stay. The east wind blows the sun away. I lost an unseen Swithin's Day. Oh, why? I grew up in a house of clocks. Late at night I'd sometimes walk, listening to their rhythmic talk. So long, so long, so long. Clocks that speak in ringing chimes to take the measure of the times. Clocks that speak in wordless rhymes. So long, so long, so long. Not a word could make you stay. The east wind blows the sun away. I lost her on St. Swithin's Day. Oh, why? Not a word could make you stay. The wine has spilled and flows away. I lost her on St. Swithin's Day. Oh, why? Oh, why? Did grow up in a house of clocks. My parents had this like white and 1840s vintage grandfather clock. It used to boom on me every half hour when I was a kid.
That could get old fast.
Go and tell Lord Grenville that the time is on the turn. It's time to haul the anchor up, leave the land astern. We'll be gone before the dawn returns, like voices on the wind. Go and tell Lord Grenville our dreams have run aground. There's nothing here to keep us in the shanty town. None of us are caring where we're bound, like voices on the wind. Come the day I'll hear them saying they're throwing it all away. Nothing more to say, just throwing it all away. fetch the captain's log, tell the pages out. We're on our way to nowhere now, can't bring the helm about. None of us are left in any doubt. We won't be back again. Send a message to the fleet that search for us in vain. We won't be there among the reaches of the Spanish Main. Tell the ones we left home not to wait. Won't be back, won't be back, won't be back. Come the day you'll hear them saying they're throwing it all away. Nothing more to say, just throwing it all away. Along a line that runs forever with no end. And I thought we would come to find ourselves upon these rocks again. Oh no, oh no. Go and tell Lord Grenville that the tide is on the turn. Go and tell Lord Grenville that the tide is on the turn.
Very stately song.
This is a very stately song. Yeah, so the sound guy, the voice is absolutely great, but I could use a little bit more of both guitars, just a little bit, just a tiny bit in the monitors.
How's the sound out there? Thank you, Mark.
This is a song about, it's not what it seems to be about, that's for sure. It seems to be about going to the South Pole. The British have this adventurous spirit, or at least they used to in the 19th century, and they went everywhere and basically stole things from people who were too stupid to notice. They're all in the British Museum, there's a lot of stuff we stole. And they wanted to go everywhere first, and the last unexplored, the last great unexplored place was the South Pole. And so
what were they planning to steal there? Snow? Penguins?
No, this was altruistic. It was just it was in order to get there first. And so they put a man called Robert Falcon Scott in charge of going to the South Pole and getting there first. Now this man had been court-martialed for when he was in the Navy for running his warship into an unarmed freighter. And he really didn't have a clue. He was supposed to take 4 guys to the South Pole. He took 5, and they all died on the way home. This created a legend in England where it's much more important to die trying to do something than to actually succeed in achieving it. And it gave rise to the phrase "Great Scott." You know, it's like of course he was emulated in the First World War when lots of people died pretty unnecessarily trying to be Robert Falcon Scott. Anyway, he didn't get there first. He was beaten by a Norwegian called Amundsen, who survived by eating his dogs, which the British thought was very bad sportsmanship. Tricky Norwegians, you know. So
cheated.
They cheated, damn it, you know. Scott Scott took ponies, and of course they all died in the first couple of days. It was a kind of fiasco. So, and into this song also comes Ernest Shackleton, who made 3 cracks at getting to the South Pole, and he nearly died. He actually survived amazingly after making a 700-mile journey in a lifeboat, which has been very well chronicled. And so, essentially, this song's called Antarctica. By now, you know that it's about, English and Irish people going to the South Pole, but it isn't at all. It's a very extended metaphor about a very cold woman who wouldn't sleep with me, so that's what's real. If you listen to the words closely, it'll all become clear. I ever saw the frost upon your face, I was haunted by your beauty. It drew me to this place. I felt the chill of mystery with one foot on your shore. Then and there, resolved to go where no man had before. Or maybe I was snowblind, perhaps the wind spoke true. I believe those stories that us travel sometimes do in Antarctica. Who knows what powers might be to cause a man to go mindless of the dangers out across that virgin snow. Seduced by this ambition, I so easily forgot the dreamlike death of Scott. Or maybe I was snowblind, perhaps the wind spoke true. I believe those rumors that us travelers sometimes do in Antarctica. Antarctica. Perhaps it sapped my will. Something of my innocence goes wandering there still in Antarctica. Antarctica. English poets for you now. We've got a couple of English songs in a row. I don't actually do that many English songs, but these are both pretty much set in one in particular. The first great nonsense poet in English literature was Edward Lear, who originally was a watercolor artist, and in 1848 he published a book called The Book of Nonsense. And it had things like the owl and the pussycat went to sea and the beautiful blue green bird, and far and few are the lands where the jumblers live. And of course they went to sea in the surf. And the pobble that has no toes, and all these wonderful creatures. And it came as a shock to Victorian literature. It was totally unlike anything they'd seen before. Edward Lear was kind of a circular man with his long, thin legs. He was original and different, but he was followed a generation later by a much greater nonsense poet called Lewis Carroll, who wrote Alice in Wonderland, Alice Through the Looking Glass, and The Hunting of the Snark, a very long poem about traveling over the seas to hunt a mythical creature called the Snark. And between them, they had a lot in common. They were both lifelong virgins, and it raises the question of, does virginity cause nonsense poetry, or does nonsense poetry cause virginity?
You see, I'm a retired teacher of philosophy, and I keep trying to explain to him that correlation does not prove causation, but he just won't listen.
Because it screws with my introduction, which I think is funny.
It is funny. But appropriately enough, it's nonsensical. I guess that fits, right? We're talking about nonsense poetry here.
So this is a song by Edward Lear. He was the originator of all of this. He's been followed, of course, by a lot of people since. Monty Python's Flying Circus, Douglas Adams, or other people will take original inspiration from Lewis Carroll and Edward Lear. And so this one's called Mr. Lear, and it comes from a poem written about him called How Pleasant to Know Mr. Lear. Most of the words are mine, but there's a little bit of Edward Lear in there too. If you know his works, you'll probably be able to find it. And if you don't, and you don't care, well, this song's very short. It's actually a lot shorter than the introduction. Oh, this is a request.
Pleasant to know Mr. Lear. How pleasant to know at the end of the day he's near. With a portfolio that daily features diverse creatures. You open the book and it's true. The world is a lot more mysterious than we knew. Round every corner, unusual things are prone to wonder. When I was a young man, I was sometimes at the zoo to trace the visages of fox, of parrots and cockatoos. It's over the hill now he goes, pausing a while for the pobble who has no toes. For your perusal, Victorian days are so unusual. Oh, my aged Uncle Ollie, sitting on a heap of barley. On his nose his faithful cricket, in his hat a railway ticket, but his shoes are far too tight. How pleasant to know Mr. Lear. In Egypt the first day of spring, planning a watercolor, hoping the light will bring, guided by pens and inks, the pyramids and palms and sphinx. When I was an old man, I had a cat named Foss. Now he's gone, I wander on with this unbearable sense of loss. How pleasant to know Mr. Lear. How pleasant to know at the end of the day he's near. If you should find him, his world is dancing close behind him. Oh, my aged Uncle Ollie, sitting on a heap of barley. On his nose his faithful cricket, in his hat a railway ticket, but his shoes are far too tight. How pleasant to know Mr. Lear. How pleasant to know Mr. Lear. How pleasant to know Mr. Lear.
Thank you. Cruise around the world.
Meanderings. I like to say it's like touring with Doctor Who. Traveling through time and space.
We do.
Never know where we'll land.
Yeah,
you don't see a Setlist up here, do you? No? You don't know where it's going to go next.
Well, no, do I. Make it up
That
as
would
I
be
go
cheating.
along. We cheat and have a set list. There are one or two bands who I certainly would never dream of mentioning who have done the same show for every single night for the last 20 years and even said the same things in between the songs. And this is a song that has been very good to us. I think if you throw away the set list and you just become yourself, it's more, I don't know, it makes more sense to me.
More natural.
More natural. So this one's set on a border between France and Spain. Yeah, that's about all I can tell.
Change is coming. Touches flare up in the night. The hamlet sets the farms alight to spread the word to those who are waiting on the border. In the village where I grew up, nothing seems the same. All you'll ever see is a change from day to day. No one notices the customs slip away. Last night the rain was knocking on my window. I moved across the darkened room under the lamp glow. But I saw down on the street the spirit of the century telling us we're all standing on the border. In the islands where I grew up, nothing seems the same. All pattern just remains an empty shell. There's a strangeness in the air you feel too well. Fishing boats go out across the evening water, smuggling guns and arms across the Spanish border. The wind whips up the waves so loud, the ghost sails among the clouds, turns the rifles into silver on the border. On the border. On the border. Shadow. Do a sort of gypsy swing tune for you now. We're both big fans of a guitar player called Django Reinhardt. And Dave can play a bit of Django. Play a bit of Django. So Django recorded them from the 30s to the 50s. When he died, 53, 54?
He died I think that's right. Yeah, it was after World War II.
But you know, he was a gypsy jazz guitar player, didn't write lyrics, and I thought, what would it be like if you simplified the chords incredibly? In other words, you brought them down from 650 to 3. But wrote some lyrics, you know. So I set this one on a train in Germany in 1940 because that's the sort of thing I do.
Now, Stewart.
Station underneath the clock, carry an umbrella, no need to talk. The man in the humbug hiding in the fog will be watching. Get yourself a ticket, go through the gate. That's 7:45 precisely, don't be late. If anybody follows, don't hesitate, keep on walking. Take that night train to Munich, rumbling down the track. After half an hour in the restaurant car, look at the conductor and there will be a stain on his tunic, a paper underneath the sign. Then you gotta pray that he doesn't look away, or you never, never, never come back. Take a look inside. On page 27 there's a picture of a bride. Underneath the story of a man who died in Morocco. Memorize the article word for word. The man on the humbug understands the code. Make sure the conversation is not further around you. Take that night train to Munich, rumbling down the track. After half an hour in the restaurant car, look at the conductor and there will be a stain on his tunic, a paper underneath his arm. Then you gotta pray that he doesn't look away, or you never, never, never come back. Anybody else. I know you got the knack of taking care of yourself. They don't know your face, so there won't be anyone looking for you. When we get to Munich, we'll be waiting in the car. Don't look around, walk straight out. If you don't show, I'm sorry for the pain I caused you. On that night, train to Munich, rumbling down the track. After half an
guitar in the restaurant car. Left with the conductor and there will be a stain on his tunic, a paper underneath his arm. Then you gotta pray that he doesn't look away, or you never, never, never come back. Folk scene, and it was a huge thing. The other thing is that a lot of the people who were superstars around the English folk scene have not really become very well known in America. I mean, with this audience, I'm sure that there are people who know them, but they're not household names.
To the cognoscenti, that's right.
People like Bert Chance. I don't know Bert.
See, now you're the cognoscenti there.
But not a lot, you see. Bert Chance, John Rambo, John Martin, Roy Harper, Ralph Tell, The Incredible Springman, Fairhope Convention, Sandy Denny, Richie Thompson, Nick Drake. All these people were the people that I grew up with. And there was a little club in the West End of London. Maddie Forever. Yes. And Maddie Forever. It was called Les Cousins, and all of us started out there. I mean, it was like, since we were kids. Putting this 18-year-old kid on stage who only knew one song called Steve Adams, and a year later he was called Cat Stevens. So things moved pretty quickly at the Cousins. So this is a song from those days, played in the kind of style that we all played in, back in the 1960s. Down like beads, bouncing on the noses of the people from the train. A flock of salty ears sparkled on the traffic light, feet squash soggy leaves across the grain. Took my love to Clifton in the rain. All along the way, wanderers in overcoats with collars on parade, steaming on the night, listeners in the troubadour, guitar play weaves a willow strain. Took my love to Clifton in the rain. Say, oh, I saw your movie. I wondered if you really felt that way. Do you ever fear images of Hollywood? Have you felt a shadow of its pain? the rain. When I took my love to Clifton in the rain. Oh, 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 oh. This is another song, it's only 15 seconds long. Said the apple to the orange, oh, I wanted you to come close to me and kiss me to the core. You might know me like no other orange has ever done before. Rock and roll song. It's not really a rock and roll song. It's about, you know, between, say, I don't know, light balsa and heavy metal. This one's sort of kind of tin foil.
Are you doing a metal song?
Part of it was just a great thing for a guitar player. I'll do all the cliches. And this one's kind of like a, I don't know, sort of power pop, or at least it would be if it wasn't played on two acoustic guitars.
In honour of Spinal Tap.
This is kind of like about London in the 1960s, and it's about Brian Jones's girlfriend, I think. I met Brian Jones. He was actually very nice to me, but that was early on. And but reading about him, he had this extraordinary life. I mean, just used to wake up in the morning. Well, I mean, according to Spanish Tony, I don't know if you can believe him. He used to wake up in the morning, do a couple of lines of coke, kick the two blondes he was in bed with out, get into the Rolls Royce, slam it into a wall, call Spanish Tony to come and pick up the remains, and then stagger into the pub. This was just like, you know, at the beginning of his day. I have no idea if this is true, but it just sounds awesome. You know, banking doesn't give you these opportunities. And nor does being a folk singer, but I mean,
Not usually, yeah.
You can live vicariously through Brian Jones, I think. So this one goes like this. We got. Should I don't have. We have a couple of members of one of my favourite bands in the world who do this better than anyone, called Fountains of Wayne. They're in the audience tonight. It's probably about as close to a Fountains of Wayne song as I can get. Gina in the King's Road, 1968. Blonde hair and eyeshadow, I hyperventilate. Purple leather mini, legs up to there. Don't you
has suspicions, I might not hide a bit. She can make you believe you're feeling almost sincere. Every day's New Year's Eve. She's giggling in your ear. She's so high to reach, although she's so close at hand. I'm like a wave on the beach, sinking in the sand. Everyone went out with her, everyone knew why. No one ever stayed around, no one ever tried. Gina drowns Osiris, you know. She drinks away the night, arms around some stranger, hanging on for life. But she can make you believe you're feeling almost sincere. Every day's New Year's Eve. She's laughing in your ear, so hard to reach, although she's so close at hand. I'm like a wave on the beach, sinking in the sand. Gina in the King's Road, in a raincoat shimmering white, hands thrust deep in her pockets like Julie Christie might. Gazing into the distance, she puckers up her lips. I don't stop to talk to her, we're just passing ships. But she can make you believe you're feeling almost sincere. Every day's New Year's Eve, whispering in your ear. She's so high to reach, although she's so close at hand. I'm like a wave on a beach, sinking in the sand. She loves you, yeah, 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 yeah. So, Gina and the King's Road. Yeah, actually, if a few of you were clapping Dave's solos, I should tell you that if you do applaud his solos, he tends to hop up and down, and he plays actually much better.
He just likes to make me hop up and down.
Well, no, I don't do it. You do it. If you clap and he hops up and down, I don't know.
It sometimes doesn't. He's trying to get me to play the solo while hopping up and down. I know. We'll see.
This one has a complicated solo. We got some special effects on it.
I think so.
We do this because we're here, and they've actually got some tape echo that we can use.
Oh, we're gonna try that. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah. He hates this, but
This
this is
is
a really
madness.
complicated guitar solo.
It's actually on our live album, but the day that we recorded it, we never played it together, and so I sat in the hotel room and actually learned the solo off the record that afternoon, and then we played it that night, and we wound up making it on the record. But then we hardly ever played it since, so I've pretty much forgotten it. But with a little help from Mark and the magic delay of the PA system, it may all work out. That's right.
And I got a philosophy of songwriting, to those of you who are songwriters, and some people are, I know that I talk to them. And there are just two things about songwriting. One is never write about anything that anyone else has ever written about. That's the first one. Secondly, don't use language that anyone else has ever used. And then beyond that, that's it. That way you'll be original. So because of this philosophy, this is a song about being trapped in a submarine on the seabed for 50 years. I think.
Oh, come on, everybody writes about that. Half the top 40 was made up of songs about submarines last year. Yeah.
I told you in the top 40 that there will be 9 separate songs called Hold On in the top 10. There were 2 at the same time, if you can believe that. This is pretty fantastic. I mean, it tells me 2 things. One is I'm doing the wrong thing, I should record Hold On. And the other is, that's an incredibly commercial title. I mean, they're all different songs. They're all called Hold On. After the first, say, half dozen, I mean, do you think that people who are writing a song and they go, oh God, I've written a song called Hold On, that's really original, no one's done that before. Is it possible that they don't know? I mean, it's extraordinary.
No, it's just likely they don't care. That's the difference.
Okay, so this one has some spooky chords.
From the day here I stay, living on the bottom of the sea. Down by the snake corridor, stealing away, engines hum for nobody but me. No sound comes from the sea above me, no message crackles through the radio leads. They'll never know, never know, never how strange life in dark water can be. A mariner's spirit thought when you pass those who live the submarine life. Fire in the deep, so my eyes never sleep, hiding like a shadow in the night. Jet planes nose through the sky above me, they look for radar traces of me to see. Oh, never know, never know, never how strange life in dark water can be. What the stars look like coming out tonight. Tell my girl she must be strong. She sits and waits all night long, just looking for a better day. She'll have to find another way to go.
tell me what's wrong with me. Why am I alone here with no rest? I'm never near of the ship is not the same. How long has it been, Marie Celeste? Now there's nobody from the crew left. 500 years supply of food just for me. They'll never know, never know, never how strange like the dark water can be. They'll never know, never know, never how strange like the dark water can be. Crossed over the border the hour before dawn. Moving lines through the day. Most of our planes were destroyed on the ground where they lay, waiting for orders we held in the wood. Word from the front never came. By evening the sound of a gunfire was miles away. Some moved through the woods, some away through the trees, crossing their lines in the mists, in the fields, on our hands and our knees. All that I ever was able to see, the fire in the air, glowing red silhouetting the dust on the breeze. All summer they drove us back through the Ukraine. Smolensk and Vyazma soon fell. By autumn we stood with our backs to the town of Orel. Closer and closer to Moscow they come, riding the wind like a bell. General Guderian stands at the crest of the hill. Winter blood weather the rains, oceans of mud-filled roads, blowing the tracks of their tanks to the ground, while the sky turned to snow. All that I ever was able to see, the fire in the air, going red silhouetting the snow and the breeze. footsteps of Napoleon, the shadow figures stagger through the winter. Falling back before the gates of Moscow, standing in the wings like an avenger. Far away behind the lines, the partisans are stirring in the forest. Coming unexpectedly upon the outposts, rolling like a promise. You'll never know which way to turn, which way to look, you'll never see us. As we're stealing through the blackness of the night, you'll never know, you'll never hear us. The evening sings in a voice of amber, the dawn is surely coming. The morning road leads to Stalingrad, and the sky is softly humming. Two broken tigers on fire in the night flicker their souls to the wind. Oh, I'm waiting the line for the final approach to begin. It's been almost 4 years that I've carried you gun. At home it'll almost be spring. The flames of the tigers are lighting the road to Berlin. Softly move through the ruins that bow to the ground. The old men and children, they toss out to face us. They can't slow us down. All that I am for, what's it by the sea? The eyes of the city are opening now. It's the end of a dream. And when the war is over, I listen to the clicking of the train wheels as we roll across the border. They asked me at the time that I was caught behind their lines and taken prisoner. They only held me for a day, a lucky break. I say they tell me listen closer. I'll never know why I was taken from the line and all the others. To board the special train and journey deep into the heart of Holy Russia. It's cold and damp in the transit camp. The air is still and sullen. The pale sun of October whispers the snows will soon be coming. I wonder when I'll be home again. The morning answers never. The evening sighs and the steely Russian skies go on forever. Based on the works of Alexander Solzhenitsyn, who was a prisoner in the Gulag Archipelago. And anyone read Solzhenitsyn? It's kind of it's easier to listen to my song, which condenses the words in 12 minutes.
Sort of the cliff notes for Solzhenitsyn. Yeah. Cliff notes of the tune.
So we need to do a couple of light songs after 8 minutes of World War II on the Eastern Front. And fortunately, Dave has provided the perfect antidote to the last song. He can write choruses, which I can't do. It's crazy because between the ages of 13 and 15, I was a one-man A&R department. I mean, I could listen to 5 seconds of any song and tell if it was going to be a hit or not. I was always right. And then around about 16, I lost the ability completely. And I never got it back. I think it's because I started, most pop songs have 20 words in, I started putting 200 in, or 500.
That was Dylan's fault, wasn't it? Bob Dylan's fault.
I discovered Bob Dylan. The city postcards are hanging, leaving passports round. $2 for the sailors, the circus is in town. And that was it. I mean, I lost the whole ability of my pop songs right there. Darkness. No, I'm not going to go through all these Dylan songs. But essentially, it sort of set me on the wrong path to do pop, and which I deeply regret. I would have loved to have played rhythm guitar for the Hollies, but it just wasn't on the cards. Hey, Carrie! Well, it wouldn't have had to have been the Hollies. It could have been any of those bands. This would have been great to have been 19 and. You know, so even like, I don't know, the Dave Part 5, I didn't really like them, but it didn't matter. It was to have been sort of part of that crazy rumpus, it would have been wonderful. But only when you're young. You know, once you're about 25, it doesn't matter anymore. Didn't to Buddy Holly, who did that. That's an unnecessary historical digression. Okay, we're going to do, anyway, Dave writes these choruses, and show him the chorus, because it's very catchy.
I'm going to teach it to you. It goes like this. Sheila won't be coming home. Sheila won't be coming home. Sheila won't be coming home tonight. Okay, and I know it's New York and you're all cool and you're too cool to sing, but just put that aside. Nobody can say you're in the dark. Try it. 1, 2, 3, go. Sheila won't be coming home. That's it. Sheila won't be coming home. Sheila won't be coming home tonight.
I couldn't write that.
And we couldn't afford to bring the drummer, so if you want to clap, preferably on the 2nd and 4th beats of the bar, that would be helpful. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, right.
So he
I
wrote
knew
that.
you'd have trouble with that, but that's all right. Do what you like, it'll be fun.
Dave's making this new album, and he said, well, I write some lyrics for this song, Sheila Won't Be Coming Home. So I burdened it with some unnecessary verbiage, and this is the result.
Daisy chain headlights on the road, they shimmer in the rain. Somewhere in amongst them she's alone, she's driving off again. I remember her on ferries, in galleries and bars, eating maraschino cherries in the seats of open cars. Sheila won't be coming home. Sheila won't be coming home. Sheila won't be coming home tonight.
Never have to ask her how she feels, she's always so direct. I never made you promises, she says, so what did you expect? Then going through her closet, I came on our own love. It was hiding there in boxes of faded photographs. Sheila won't be coming home. Sheila won't be coming home. Sheila won't be coming home tonight. Tell me your story, if I'm happy and please. Lie if you have to, but give me some release.
gossip in the street. The local impresario is hiding while the bankers take the heat. And the women tell each other about hiccups in their lives. Sometimes life is like a lover who never quite arrives. But Sheila won't be coming home. Sheila won't be coming home. Sheila won't be coming home tonight. And last time, come on, we're here. Sheila won't be coming home. That's what they tell me. Sheila won't be coming home. I'm thinking that Sheila won't be coming home tonight. 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 Thanks a lot.
We're going to do a song that features Sam Smith. I know I said I would give her a song warning, but I totally spaced. So Sam, wherever you are, this is your moment to come to the stage.
She's young and alert. She'll figure it out.
Now, somewhat amazingly, Sam Smith, who was 18 years old, knows a song that I recorded in 1922 on my second album. How? I don't know. She knows that she's been traveling around singing it, so I thought we'll sing it together tonight. And this is a really obscure thing. It comes off an album called Love Chronicles. It's the second album I made. It's interesting, I suppose, as an artifact, because it had Jimmy Page playing the guitar on it. And Richard Thompson. That's a pretty good combination. And this one goes like this.
Lima.
Don't you think we're going downhill? And I would hate it to be a run of the mill. Oh, love me or leave me, but please don't deceive me. If you do, I'll go, believe me. I want you to know I don't want you to go anyway. Yes, I was feeling alright up until now. I'm beginning to think you should have listened to her.
She picked up her things and said, let's be friends. For all the good and the bad things have their ends. Then she left lazy, leaving me crazy, wondering last the night was hazy, and everyone else looking sure of themselves, but not me.
Yes, I was doing alright up until now. I'm beginning to think you should have listened to her. She left me the keys and a dozen LPs.
I found a warning man for the morning.
I left the dark on a seat in the park feeling
Very strange.
yes, I was doing alright up until now. I'm beginning to think you should have listened to her. You should have listened to her. Oh, you should have listened to her. Dave makes a real strange noise in this next song. I don't know if anyone remembers Peter Frampton. I'm sure you do. He had this had this tube in its mouth, and it sort of went through some sort of a box, and it made this very sort of odd guitar sound that sold a gazillion records in the time.
Come alive!
Yes.
Talk box, they call it.
A talk box. Okay, all right, whatever. Dave actually has. I mean, he has no pedals, no electronic equipment. Basically, it's just an acoustic guitar. And he can make this sort of really strange noise. That I know how he does everything else. At least I can watch it and guess how he does it. But this I haven't got clue. This is really good. So this is the
Keep some secrets.
The strange noise song.
Strange noise. And it's sort of timely. So not as much as the one we do about revolutions. That would be really timely right here. But it's about money, so it's also timely. There we go. And this is another one you can actually find on our live album, Encore. If you like it. If you don't, then you'll know what not to buy.
You say you want a revolution, yeah.
We should work that up, you know. It's sort of timely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're following, but I'm sure you are. Everybody in the world is following this Muammar Gaddafi thing, and I love this thing about putting hallucinogens in Nescafe. And the reason I like it is I haven't heard the word Nescafe in about 30 years. And so they have it in Libya.
We like obscure words, yeah.
Lord. So you know, Al-Qaeda are putting hallucinogens into Nescafe for young people of Libya. So says Muammar Gaddafi. Now, you know, he's pounding his fist on the table and screaming and saying these things, and I don't know if Muammar Gaddafi is going to get overthrown, but I do know in the movie he'll be played by Charlie Sheen. And if not him, Mel Gibson. It's got to be one of them. So, here we go.
And your hotel keys and your overnight bag at your feet. You're looking down on the tropical trees while the Spanish maids pick up the sheets. That is the door and such of gold for all the chapter reasons. The Midas Shadow that's so hard to please just follows wherever you go. Nothing ventured, nothing gained this set. Oh, you play for the winner takes all. Toss the dice, have fun, cradle your head, and see how the numbers would fall. You stole the game so easily. You luck round with the seasons. This shadow that the night can't free just follows wherever you go. Oh, you wait for your seat on the plane. The movie runs and you're still working hard. You don't touch your food or champagne. I know that when your well runs dry,
night brings you no reply. It just follows wherever you go.
Midas Shadow.
Yeah, I might do that.
What a surprise. Now they start shouting about it. When my daughter was 2 years old or something, I used to often bring her a banana as a snack at night, and I brought her usual banana, and I walked in with a banana, and she looked at me, she goes, a banana, what a surprise. Somehow, something about that year of the cat put me in mind. What a surprise.
What there she goes, that girl again. Wanted to date her since I don't know when. She don't notice me when I pass. She goes without the guys that are out of my class. Well, that don't stop me from thinking to myself, that girl's fine looking, man. She's someone else. Love Eddie Cochran.
That is not what I expected.
I'm running from a bug-out movie in a country where they turn back time. We're strolling through the crowd like Victory contemplating crime. She comes out of the sun in a silk dress, running like a watercolor in the rain. Don't bother asking for explanation, she'll tell you that she came in the year of the catch. Questions. She locks up your arm and hers. You follow till your sense of which direction completely disappears. By the blue tile walls near the market store, there's a hidden door she leads you to. These days she says, I feel my life is like a river running through the year of the catch. She looks at you so cool, her eyes shine like the moon on the sea. She comes an unsensed, and then she will take her to find what's waiting inside her. The year of the catch. unconscious to the river. But some tourist cigar. You throw away your choice and lost your ticket, so you have to stay on. Jumbling strains of the night remain on the rhythm of the newborn day. You know, sometime you're bound to leave, but for now you're gonna stay in the year of the cat. Oh, year of the cat.
Mr. Stewart. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for coming.
There's been a parade of people up here trying to sell you things, and
Time for another commercial announcement.
largely because they make money from it. I've got a couple of things here tonight, but I have absolutely no commercial interest in these. I'm not making a penny out of them. There are two artists in the room tonight who've done two remarkable things. And firstly, those of you who pay any attention to my songs know that there are lots of historical figures in them. Somebody spent 3 years concocting this thing. First of all, he went through all of my songs and discovered that there were 162 historical figures in my songs. And then he created a poster with all of them.
With a little homage to the fabulous four.
So this thing is so extraordinary. It's an awesome poster. It's just around the corner. And the artists, both these artists are actually here tonight, and not only will I sign them, but if you ask nicely, they will, I'm sure. You know, so this is Ron Scott's poster of my 162 historical characters that appear in my songs.
He's in there. You gotta find him.
Guderian's in there. We're also running a competition. It's going to start next month, actually very soon. And the person who can name the most characters on this poster will win a prize. I don't know what the prize is yet, but they're going to win a prize. Secondly, Ray Borchers, who is a famed Chicago t-shirt artist, has done maybe 30 or
So different T-shirts of rock and roll stars from the 70s, 80s, and different eras. And she has done me the very great honor of including me amongst her T-shirts. And this is me at 1911. It's,
Upside down.
And Ray is here too. So Ron and Ray are both here, and they're just going to be right around that corner. If you want either of these items, which are very limited, I'm not going to profit, but they'll be real happy. So please buy them.
Merch over there, music over there. It's all good. Come and check it out when we're done, and we'll be happy to say hello. We're not going to leave yet.
Carol? More. You want Carol? Carol! Well, you know, you're the boss.
So excited banging around the guitars that after a while they start to drift. This is one of those cases. It's all that Eddie Cochran, yeah.
Alright, you want Carol, you shall have Carol.
Sometimes it seems unimaginable that you were ever any other way. With your white rose face and your orphan clothes, your bright jeans and silver chains, you're a woman face in all the hangout places where the lost souls congregate. You sit all night and you talk too fast. I don't know what you're trying to say. Oh, Carol, I think it's time for running for cover. Believe me, you're everyone's and nobody's lover. You got a one-way ticket to all your yesterdays. I know your daddy said to talk to you. He never really found the time. Your TV mama with the cocktail eyes could never really reach your mind. Your pictures start to a passing dream, to a cocaine holiday. Yes, float around you in a muddy stream. You need another place to stay. Oh, Carol, I think it's time to run up a cover. Believe me, you're everyone's and nobody's lover. You got a one-way ticket to all your yesterdays. Reach down, silvery ship from the stars. I know you're there. I know you'll understand me. You can take me anywhere. Oh, I know you must be there. The game could get that rough. The stage is set, the exit's barred. Now the makeup won't come on. Make your bow to the balcony. You light another cigarette. Lights go dim as the music starts, and it seems to forget. Oh, Carol, I think it's time for one of the cover. Believe me, you're everyone's and nobody's lover. You got a one-way ticket to all your yesterdays. Reach down, silvery ship from the stars. I know you're there. I know you'll understand me. You can take me anywhere. I just know you must be there.
Thank you very much, Dave Nachmanoff. Thanks to Sam Smith. My name is Alec Guinness. Thank you very much indeed.